Hello there everyone, and welcome back. We are trying something a little bit different in my confrontation with the Klackons. For I have managed to successfully get an open border tree going with the Bulrathi, and now I have a back door, or rather an extremely direct path to get into their main systems. And it looks like we're gonna have confrontation right off the bat there, because we already got a handful of battleships and it's a fleet that apparently I can only just barely defeat. Well, I have a good chance of beating it regardless, so a couple of griffins and all that, and eagles, and we're in good shape. I just lack the reinforcements I would like. And of course, as much as I would love to get this Phoenix, this Titan in place to help support, I kind of got a Klackon Titan to deal with, so I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Not yet. Although, again, it's still a direct path. I just need to cut off that wormhole and ideally strike at one of their main production plants, or their systems anyway. So that way, they are going to slowly get strangulated, for lack of a better term. And Milif, what am I going to do for... Oh yeah, I was building troop transports. Although, given the fact that they're building up more ships, I would love more eagles and destroyers and a bunch of everything else. So, considering you could build a destroyer in one turn over a hawk, why the hell not? Hopefully it does not bite me in the ass to build a bunch of destroyers. Yeah, I'll do it one at a time, because I need to judge which one would be built faster, just for the sake of it. And Soft 3, you are pretty much almost fully developed. You have a bunch of stuff you could do, like, yeah, even the water supply and all that. Let's see. Just keep on building is the name of the game. Troop transports, I think I can get away with a couple more troop transports. It's just, I need the closest ships I can get for evading the Klackons. So, Ferris is good. We already got two troop transports in the way, or on the way. And if all goes well, I'm going to have this new system to colonize, so I have myself a jump gate to kind of like get there that much more quicker, which is going to be very welcome. I'm just going to have to really consider diving into that system there. I need to have a look at their fleet strength before I really do that. And LO2, you were about to get colonized. Welcome to the crew. We're going to make good use of you. Although it requires a little bit of rushing the systems and everything else. Get all the buildings underway at least. So, production, research, or food growth probably be priority. Help get more population that way. And we're doing good. We're back to actually colonizing once again, which is kind of nice, for if I were to be so honest. Although, it's not going to do any good for me anytime soon. It's more hindering my progress of rebuilding a fleet, as opposed to, yeah, really it's just gonna take effect by the time I'm ready to deal with the Meklar, really. Blah, I'm saying really a lot. Let's try and stop that. Focus on the matter at hand. So, Marine Barracks, I don't think I need to do that, because I already have a plan with troop transport, so let's keep building ships. Although, we'll try for a griffin this time, build up the money for it, and how much is it going to cost? 6,000. I'm starting to regret that choice, but we're still good on the income front. I should be alright. I should be alright. We'll see. I just gotta see. Blah. I'm losing my train of thought a lot. It must be fatigue or something. I have no excuse for this. But, on the plus side, the Klackons already know their demise is imminent. Because with the battleships pulled back, I can probably go to Fluvius here. Relatively unscathed. It depends what this fleet has. And I might have to destroy that jump gate too. That could be a bit of a problem. For them being able to easily reinforce it. Because I would rather like to separate them. The fleets as much as possible. That's the entire reason why I'm trying to do this backdoor. Because going through the front line is not working out for me. And apparently, this battleship fleet is still terrified of my one little troop transport. I don't know why, Unless the mines are a lot more effective than I thought they would be. Because I'm assuming the mines would also take effect at that outpost. Even though it's not quite built yet, maybe that is terrifying to them. Especially with the amount of frigates that they're depending on currently. That could potentially wreck them. Although, since I have yet to really utilize them, I'm not sure. Let's see, this is just acquired data. That's nothing exciting just yet. I want some destabilized relationships, so give it to me. And what do we have here? 2 battleships and barely an escort fleet. We're saying they're looking promising, but they're building a lot of ships quickly. They're practically building destroyers and frigates a turn, so that's going to easily have its escort fleet by the time I even get to the wormhole. I need to be careful.
Threaten not the Bulrathi with your folly.
Uh-oh. I can't do it. I got good relationship with you.
This slight will not go unnoticed.
I'm hoping this won't hurt relationships too much. Because I'm planning on keeping trade going with them. And I kind of need this to stage my assault on the Klackons and Meklar. So don't worry, I'm not doing it for malevolent reasons. Don't you worry. You weren't even in my thought. Which is probably why I'm hurting relationships. So that did drop it down a notable amount though. I was up in the green. So if there's any kind of trade I can do to help keep that up, that would be good. Because that set me back a tiny bit if I want them to go to war with the Meklar. And sadly, the trade for the Universal Antidote will now start to kick me in the ass, because I don't care for this Bio-Terminator. And there really was nothing else to gain, so that's a little unfortunate. And no, there's nothing that needs to be updated, because I don't use bombs. So, this is what? Ooh, security boost. No one's really been spying on me from what I could tell, so that's not... There's no point in that. There's... What the hell? A one-hit kill chance? They put a system in that allows you to instantly one-shot a ship, even though it's very small. Oh god. That's probably to punish anyone who's going super heavy on Titans or battleships, maybe. It seems it seems really silly though, if you were to ask me. Otherwise, scanner doesn't matter, security could be useful. Bombs, don't care. Drive could be handy. I think this one up here, yeah, plasma torpedo modifications, that's what I would like. And modifications for the gauze. Ooh, as well as shields. Is that what I want? Wide area jammer would be tempting, but Klackons are kind of migrating away from missiles now with the access to the gauze cannon. And I don't think I care about the shields so much, although it would be nice for defending myself. Although, if my plants get bombed, it's probably already too late. I would make the wild assumption, because my fleet and starbase is already destroyed, so... And I don't think I can build up my military defenses on the ground to the point where it's almost impossible for them to break it. I would seriously doubt. Anyway, Milif, we don't need the cloning facility. Auto Lab and our Asteroid University would be nice, but is it okay for me to go that route? Maybe I could consider rushing it, because I would like more ships. I would love more ships, and... Okay, yeah, I was wondering. The destroyers are 2 turns. I just had I had an influx of production. That's why it was a single turn. So we'll get our Eagle in. Keep the production going. Keep the science going. Keep everything going. Because I am going to need to reinforce as much as possible. Oh. That was Milif, not Ferris Prime. Never mind. And Milif I'm using for a main production world. So I'm a little bit surprised that's not 1 turn. Nonetheless, let's have that go up here as support. It's going to take a while, but it's sure as hell not going to do a whole lot as far as supporting a Titan. Especially against another Titan. Completely redundant and unnecessary, I think. Especially when their Titan's outdated and at half health. So this one's full Piz. I don't even remember where you're at, but more ships the merrier, quite frankly. So we'll get you building 2 destroyers so you can stop bugging me as much. Okay, you're by Ferris. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Troop transport. Oh, never mind. I thought that was the destroyer on Ferris. Okay, never mind. Milf was the one that could be able to destroy in one turn. I'm getting completely mixed up in so many ways, but production's still going. I'm just wondering how many eagles do I want, because I like bigger guns, but I've been lacking on frigates, don't I? Or haven't I? So more pulsar could be useful still. And having an escort ship to just soak a big massive barrage would be kind of handy too. Now, spy. Let's see, Echo, where do you want to go? How come you're not giving me details on the planet? Ugh, ultra rich. Let's stay away from you. They're ultra rich. Yeesh. Mackler got an amazing amount of production on these worlds. There's another one that's rich. Okay, finally we're getting abundant. I doubt I'm going to find anything poor. And they're ultra rich. Alright. Not that it matters this much, because probably all those plants that I just browsed over are probably fully developed. So I don't think it will work for me. And you, Space Factory, are going to go over there and make my jump gate. Meanwhile, we got another Eagle. I like it. I like it a lot. More defenses. And I could just crush that right now, but of course you know the battleship, which for some reason has hardly any ships. Oh, that's because the frigates are all moving away. And they can't move away because they're too worried I'm going to dive in and snipe their defenses if they were to pull back and defend. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Not to mention the Bulrathi are kind of in the way if they're actually worried about this attack I'm about to do. If they have any sense, they would try and make it back. It's only 2 more turns till I'll make it to the wormhole and at least block the other end. I'm just going to be in a very awkward position because this fleet can come up behind me and this fleet could get reinforced to the point where they can slowly chip me down. I don't like the prospect at all. If I can somehow capture a planet and rush a battle station with my influx of money, then I should be in good shape. At least I can wedge myself in there really nicely. I will have that going for me at the very least. Now, what the hell did I have in mind for this thing? I can't honestly remember why I have this Space Factory over here. Oh, I was probably going to change these into barren planets probably. Since I am investing heavily in my colonization, that would probably be a good idea. Certainly doesn't hurt. More ships, more infrastructure, more income. Without a doubt, that's going to be constantly rising up so long as I'm mindful of what kind of buildings I'm rushing. And also, I'm getting terribly, terribly close to my fleet total. That's going to have to be addressed in some form. And I don't even know how much higher I can even bring it, since almost everything probably has like a battle station already. And the maintenance cost of getting star fortresses is going to soar up so quickly if I were to make them all star fortresses there. And it probably wouldn't even be worth it if I were to be honest. So give me a planet that I can hopefully secure, and I can basically rush a majority of frigates and destroyers at least in one of the Klackon planets. What would be the ideal system to attack? Because, ooh, there's a rich world. It's not terrible. It's not really a large planet either, but I'm hoping if it's developed enough, that'll work well for me as far as rushing ships in there. Get myself a nice frigate support fleet and a battle station, of course. So on a missile defense and a beam defense there, and we are looking golden. We just gotta be mindful of more Titans, which, surprisingly, I haven't seen anymore. Probably because they can't justify the time to build it. Speaking of Titans, look who it is. I'm gonna take a wild guess that as soon as it gets to the wormhole, it's just gonna jump through, as opposed to attacking my system. Let's see, Omicron, yeah, Omicron, you should be safe. Destroyer's already going over there. Where's my Titan? Where the hell's my Titan? Oh, it's already, it's separate fleet. Well, if I can actually hit the button right. There we go, Griffin and... Wow, I should have this Griffin go in support. Because now that I have the Titan, I should be okay. Hell, the Phoenix should be what goes rather than the Griffin, in all honesty. Because I feel like the Griffin with the advanced military outpost can actually defend itself. So let's do that instead. That sounds like a better idea. And worst case, if it still comes towards me, then it won't be that far away. I could backtrack if I need to. Here's hoping. And I never did build this espionage center, did I? It would give me more spies, which kind of would be helpful. Because I am considering trying to switch out some of my spies to steal technology from the Meklar. Can I get away with it? Research sounds better, honestly. Let's try rushing one more quickly and then get another colony ship. Actually, let's not rush it because I almost have enough money to build another Griffin, so let's do that instead. And what kind of system planet should I colonize? Ooh, Millith Prime. Where have you been all my life? If it wasn't for the fact that you're arid and getting covered by a bunch of progress reports, then you would be essential to my efforts. So, Soft 2, you are well populated. I don't need a colony facility or anything like that. Just more food to cut people off of my farming potential. Otherwise, you're going to continue on with what I'm doing. Troop transports doesn't hurt. Can I cut people off farming? Can I cut one off? Nope. If I can get a subterranean farm, at least, it looks like I can throw him off. And then the system will be fully optimized. Almost. Almost. It's going to take a little bit of time before I'm ready, especially with all these spies getting deported. It's taking a little bit of time. So, do I want to go to Sizzla Prime? Do I want to go to the Sakura homeworld? Is that the Sakura homeworld? I'm going to assume it is if it's Sizzla Prime. Ooh, Gaia world. We'll go over here. Doesn't really make much of a difference, I imagine. But maybe the Sakura might help me with my spy efforts. I doubt it really works that way, but I can dream. Also, let's try and build up a relationship back up with the Bulrathi and the Sakura if I can help them with anything. What's the adamantium armor? I have no way to know if that's the newer armor or just old, if I were to be perfectly honest. I don't think this is an upgrade at all, because I'm pretty certain that Tronium or whatever armor I'm using currently has better resistance. Oh well, if I could trade for it, that'll help our relationships anyway. If they'll let me trade.
How's that, friend?
Holy crap. This better be worth it. Yeah, they want annual tribute too. They want a lot of stuff, and come to think of it, I should get a trade agreement going with them too. Can I just sneak in a little bit of a agreement? Although this is going to delay my Griffin some if I do this. Probably another turn. It should boost my status with them as a plus.
A deal done.
Alright, trade treaty. Why not?
Well, fine.
Eesh, she's not happy with me. I'm giving you the benefit. I'm giving you the benefit here. See, it's all positive, so why would it be going down? You Sakura are weird. Bulrathi, I can understand why they don't like me. I can at least understand why they're not happy. I seriously doubt I can get tech off them. Because look, they have interface drive too. That would be kind of nice. Hyperdrive. I seriously doubt they're going to let me get the hyperdrive. Anything would be good at this point, right? Come on. Chances are they're not going to let me trade for it. Because it didn't before. Come on, come on. Jeez, make up your mind already, Bulrathi. It can't be that hard of a decision, right? Oh my. I'm worried I may...
You better look to your own, outsider.
Jeez, that took a while. A lot longer than necessary, if you were to ask me.
Walk with the wild.
Well. I'm gonna keep with the trade agreements going. Actually, the armor is an upgrade. Oh wait, this is for troop transports. Maybe it's not as much of an upgrade as I think it is. We don't need that. We don't need that at all. I was excited first, thinking maybe it would be something I could use, but doesn't look like it. It's only for ships that I want to avoid conflict if at all possible. Oh, where'd the frigate fleet go? Ooh, I don't have the firepower though. I also have multiple fleets in here, so... ooh, wait, I have 2 eagles of different stats. Can I upgrade this? Wait a minute. Oh, that has higher defense rating because of the troop transport. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was getting all excited for no reason. Yeah, I can't quite push just yet until I get this griffin in. Then they'll be intimidated. Now, the real question, are Bulrathi able to keep them at bay? Potentially. I don't think the Bulrathi are going to stay there, though. So I need to work quickly if I want to capitalize on this opportunity to take Mentar's system. Because it looks like if they get to the wormhole, my efforts to push through is not going to work. So I'm going to have a backup plan ready. Because a few more turns is what I need to rush the Griffin. I'm not going to get it next turn though because of all the money I just threw away. But my income is growing nicely, wow. I'm pretty certain I was like lower 16,000. Or 1,600 rather. And now we're at almost 18,000. Or say, 1,800. I don't know why I'm adding an extra 0 in there. An extra digit. It would be really nice, mind you. Building a Titan and a half every single turn. But by then I think everyone else would be at that point too. I think it's safe to say. And we got a massive Bulrathi fleet here coming through. I don't know where this battleship's going, but I'm hoping it helps with reinforcing the wormhole because they're already backing up in anticipation of that frigate fleet coming by. So, looks like I'm going to have to forfeit my attempt here. But I have multiple angles to attack from, so... Oh wait, there is a troop transport there, so they taking media, right? Yep, they taking media. Sakura are getting exterminate one by one. I can't get the Griffin. Perfect. That alone should give me the power I need to break through Mentar, the battleship. And then this frigate fleet will have to back up. I just need a troop transport, which I don't have any money to even rush a troop transport, so that pretty much ends the list of things I can do right now. Just a matter of waiting for next turn to finish that up. Hinde Prime, yeah, I gotta get more fleet points, without a doubt. I just can't remember how much I'm increasing it by, because I forget what the standard starbase gives me, which I'm going to assume is just 5. So 3 extra command points is not that big of a deal, unfortunately. Every little bit helps, because I'm really hoping the Klackons are suffering from the fleet maintenance as well. But on the plus side, that just means I can convert my efforts over to my infrastructure, which is not really a terrible thing until I start losing my ships. Then it could be a problem. Ooh, the Bulrathi instead decided to come through the wormhole. I was completely wrong about you, Bulrathi. You're not cowards after all.